We know that every material, every substance on Earth is composed of atoms, of electrons. And when we bring together huge numbers of these atoms into a real material, we're interested in understanding the different quantum mechanical forces that shape the way that these materials behave. There's this very intimate connection between materials and new technologies, and we see that that often plays out over decades or even centuries, where from the point that a new material is discovered, it may take a very long time from that initial discovery till we figure out how to harness that material in the form of a new device or a new application.
One of the most spectacular states of matter or properties, electronic properties of a material is superconductivity. Superconductivity, it manifests in a very clear way as a property of a metal whereby electricity flows without any resistance. And then you can imagine transporting energy, electricity, without any loss of energy over large distances, for example. This finds applications in generating very large magnetic fields, which can be used, for example, in MRI scanners in hospitals.
The impact to the real society is not going to be immediate, rather than looking at like, okay, next year we are going to make a quantum computer. We are looking for a long time to understand like, okay, what devices or what materials that I can generate for the need for the society.
In terms of science, I think, it's a frontier. It's a frontier in our ability to understand what makes materials work the way they do, how atoms and the electrons, the constituents of that, interact and respond to different stimuli. Harnessing that profundity in changes in physical property is what leads us potentially then to the next generation of electronic device.
Why does the CIFAR model work? Why does it lead to discoveries? And I think discoveries are made by humans, and humans follow ideas, and so the very generation of ideas is a very important aspect. It's this balance between having a common interest but having diverse expertise, an interdisciplinarity that you bring together in an environment of trust over the long term. CIFAR managed to put together all these ingredients.